Hey, it's Dr. Shirley. How are you today? Thank you so much for coming to see the site. I'm glad you want to learn more about cleansing. There is so much to it. What I thought I'd do was to teach a short class, kind of give you an idea of what cleansing is all about, why you need to do it, and then also how great you're going to feel when you're done. How's that sound? Let's start with a little bit of anatomy and physiology first so you can really start to understand the body. We're talking about the large intestine here, and the large intestine is the same thing as your colon, okay? Those two are the same words. And the large intestine starts here. I'm going to move back a little bit on your right hip. It's going to come up, and this is your ascending colon. Coming across your body is the transverse colon, and then going down on the left side is your descending colon, and that's what will actually go out to the anal canal and for elimination. Now your colon is about 5.5 feet long, okay? So there's a long period of really where the food needs to travel. Idyllically, your colon should be about 2.5 inches around, although when someone is really impacted, it can get to be 5 inches around, like really, really full of crap, no pun intended. It can also get teeny tiny where it really just cannot pass through, okay? So healthy colon, 2.5 inches around. Now around the colon are rings, and they're muscular rings, and they actually help to push the material through the colon and out, and this process is called peristalsis, okay? This is actually, these muscles kind of move like a snake would move and kind of push the material up, the debris over, and out for elimination, okay? So really, elimination should happen 2 to 3 times a day. Is that you? I don't know. I think it's not most people. But also, elimination, when you have a bowel movement, shouldn't take any longer than it takes to urinate, okay? So if you're bringing in a book, used to be a newspaper years ago, but now I bet you might have your iPhone with you, right? You're sitting there checking messages. So again, this process should really just take a number of seconds if your colon is in really, really good health, okay? So let's talk a little bit about why we need to cleanse. You've heard the word a lot, but really, why do you need to? Let me just ask you a couple questions. Have you ever taken any medications? Over-the-counter, regular medications. Have you ever had any alcohol? Of course you have. Any beer, wine, it doesn't matter. All of this has debris that goes in, to our body. Do you use shampoo, any products? What about even Vaseline intensive care? I'm not picking on them, but like there's yellow dye in there, that goes into your body. These are part of the carcinogenic toxin process. What about your household cleaners? Are you using Lysol, Febreze, Glade plugins? First of all, get that stuff out of your house, but these leave residual inside your body. Where do you work? What is that environment like? I've worked with people that work in dry cleaners. I've worked with hairdressers who could be very, very ill because of all the toxicity. Maybe you work in a flower store. Again, there's a lot of chemicals there. Maybe you're in a manufacturing plant. Maybe your home is next to a farm. I remember I had a family once, and it was a beautiful home, little Amish family, out in the middle of the countryside, 40 acres. The whole family was ill. All the kids, gosh, there was like 7 of them. They used to come in like lined up like the Von Trapp family, all sick. You know what it was? The farmers were spraying, just the next field over, and that was coming onto the family, into the food, and really, poisoning, auto-intoxicating, the whole family. So think about what your environment may be like. Do you live in a city? Are you in New York? Are you in London? Are you in Shanghai? Big cities tend to have all kinds of pollution, and from exhaust, just from the close proximity, all the way around in a large city. So there's really no chance that your body's clean inside. I mean, I don't know about you. I used to cleanse a couple times a year. Now I do about 4 times a year. Do you dye your hair? I do. It's probably the only unhealthy thing that I do. However, whenever I do dye my hair, I take some cleanse for about 2 or 3 days just to get that stuff out of my body. Do you fly at all? On airplanes, there is a ton of spray that goes on there, both for bugs, both for hygiene, antibacterial stuff. Just because it smells like pina colada doesn't mean that it's healthy for you. So again, whenever I travel, that's another time to cleanse. So you think about all of this in your body. And then think back a minute to that colon, and let's think about, what did you have for breakfast yesterday? This isn't a test, just in your head. Did you have cereal? Did you have eggs? Did you have a bagel, donut? Maybe you skipped breakfast and just had some coffee. What did you have for lunch? Did you have a salad? Did you have some ham? Did you have a sub? Did you have a pita? Again, just think about the food. Think about your dinner. Chicken, salad, maybe it was a pizza, you're on the run. Think about all that food and putting it in a big jar, okay? Big glass jar. all stuff in there with all your drink. You got 3 meals in there. You're going to sit it outside in the hot August sun. It's going to be 98 degrees, okay? What if that sat there for a day? What if it sat there for 2 days? What if it sat there for 3 days? What would happen? It would putrefy, right? I mean, that is the word, putrefaction. It would be crazy. And that's what goes on inside of your colon, okay? So if you're not moving this stuff out, it is actually putrefying inside of your body. And if it's not moving, the colon is also a two-way eliminative organ. And what that means is it's not made out of plastic. It's not made out of PVC. It's not in there and stays in there. If it's in there and it's not moving out through elimination, what's happening is it's actually leaking back out through the colon again. Then the liver's got to be like, oh my gosh, you again? Liver's another class, but that is really, what goes on. It just has to be happen over and over and over again. And when our body is clogged and toxic, we're not going to have very good energy, okay? We're going to be sluggish in the morning. We may have trouble sleeping between 2 and 4 a.m. because, again, that's when the liver is active. You may have some skin breakouts. Do you know there's more adult acne now than ever before? This is because whatever is inside the body is going to come outside the body in the form of zits, of acne, of rashes, things along, those lines. Do you know that if you have bad breath, that it may be related to your colon? Yeah, it's true. Now, obviously, we need good hygiene habits, but if you're taking good hygiene, brushing, flossing, that whole thing, and you still have the halitosis, it's all related to your colon. Do your feet smell? Does your man's feet smell? This is related to the colon. Again, if someone's not showering, different issue, but for the most part, if you have really stinky BO and body odor, it's because of all of this inside the body, all right? So that's what the body's like. That is, kind of what happens, to the body when it gets overstuffed. So what is a cleanse really like? The cleanse that I work with is a 2-week cleanse, and I'll show it to you. It's called Clean Start, okay? It is a simple cleanse. I like it. I've been using it for, I don't know, maybe over 20 years. Been using it with my clients, for over 20 years. It's really designed to be easy. You don't have to change your food habits. Idyllically, you would sure have fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, anything live. You might want to stay away from hamburgers, fish fries, big heavy food, because the whole idea is that you're cleansing the body out. So you don't want to be putting more crap in while you're doing that. Make sense? It's important to drink a lot of water. How much do you weigh? Take that number, divide it by 2. That's how many ounces of water that you need every single day normally, but also very important that the water is there as well. So in this cleanse, we've got a packet with 3 little pills in them. One is called Enviro Detox, and one is called Lower Bowel Stimulator. And so what these do, there's some dandelion in there, there's some burdock, there's some fenugreek, there's some ginger. These are all cleansing herbs. They are meant to cleanse the toxins out of the kidney, out of the liver. Do you know you can also hold toxins in your body fat? And the body fat actually creates more fat around the toxin, okay, to protect the body. So when you do this cleanse, you're going to find you're going to lose some weight as well too. This little packet here, it's just a little drink packet, goes in the water, you stir it up, you drink it down. It's basically fiber. That's all it is. It's a nice tasting, oh gosh, there's a berry flavor in apple. I like the berry. And so you take down a couple of these pills, you take down the water, and this is going to help to release the toxins. The fiber comes along, grabs onto it, and out you go. You're going to have more bowel movements. You're going to have beautiful bowel movements. I know that sounds silly, but you're going to be like a kid and be like, oh my gosh, did I just make that? It's really, really cool. You might see, and I'm an herbalist, okay, so you take all this into account when we do this kind of talk. You're going to see perhaps mucus around your stool. You may see big black pieces in there. You may see white. We're not talking about a parasite cleanse. Again, that's another class. But you could actually see white pieces, and you may indeed, with the black walnut, pull some parasites out of your system as well, too. You're going to lose some weight. This is good. The results are, you may lose 2 pounds. I've had a guy, well, he was a big guy, he was over 6 foot tall. But anyway, he lost 12 pounds. My guess is you're going to be somewhere in between of losing this weight. And when you get all of this impacted waste out of your system, you're going to feel like $1,000,000, okay? Your mood is going to lift. You're going to have a different perspective. You are going to sleep more solid through the night. your body is just going to be that much healthier. Your immune system is going to be healthier. Think about guarding yourself against some of these cancers and these other, pathogens that, get into our way. This is one way to do it. Now, I recommend cleansing at least twice a year. With this particular clean start, you can just cleanse for a week. You take a pack in the morning, you take a drink, you eat your food. I'm telling you, that is all simple it is. Maybe you want to, there's enough in there for twice a day for 28 days, so you can do a week at a time, do a week now, do another week, maybe later in the year, whatever it is. It's really super, super easy to do. So anyway, I hope that I've encouraged you, to take some action, okay? To learn a little bit more about cleansing and to actually do that. Again, during your cleanse, you may feel a little cranky for a couple days, so tell your hubby, your wife, your gal, your guy that I gave you a pass for about 3 days, because when our liver gets cleansed, we can sometimes get a little emotional. We might be like, we want to fight just a little bit more. We also can be, like we cry because there's only one English muffin left. Or, you know what I'm saying, ladies? You know what I'm saying. So it's really that kind of a thing. But again, this is all good. It goes through. You come out of there, and my goodness, you're ready to go. So thank you so much for this class. Again, if you want to, to purchase this cleanse, you can just, click on the website. It's just $60. Get you cleansed for the whole darn year. If you have any questions, hey, shoot me an email, getwellnaturally123 at gmail.com, or you can find me on Get Well Naturally Now on my Facebook page, okay? So thanks so much. Contact me anytime. I'm here to help you feel amazing. Have a great day.